Hey, it's your man StyleCon coming at you again with another video. Now, let's get into today's topic of discussion. And that will be why almost all luxury wristwatches could be considered shitter wristwatches. Say, StyleCon, no, my Rolex or my JLC, they're not shitter watches. Well, depending upon the end of the spectrum you are on, it could be considered a shitter watch. Say, what do you mean? Now, obviously I did a video last week talking about shitter watches and how they are needed so you can fill gaps in your collection with things that you truly don't really need, and it's not going to get a lot of wrist presence. But, you know, if you're rocking a Richard Mille and you have on a Rolex or a JLC or an IWC, you might look down upon these watches. You go, geez, is that all you have? I remember one time I was at the store, I had to sign a little contract, and I had a cross pin. It was a gold pin, and there was a guy that I was doing business with, and he whips out a Mont Blanc, and I was like, this dude just trumped me. He's like, okay, you know, and he knew it too because he gave me that little look. Okay, I thought my cross pin at that particular time was a nice pen, which it was. It was a 14 karat gold version. But when he whipped out his Mont Blanc, he's like, I got you. So now, if you check out any of my video archives, I did a video with my buddy Charles Wallingford, and I was talking about Jay-Z and how he went into this store out in Colorado. And he was checking out watches. They were APs. And there was a gentleman there, you know, they didn't actually give Jay-Z like any time. They didn't act like they wanted to help him out. And there was another gentleman that came in, and they were waiting on him, and he was showing his watch off. And then Jay-Z goes, oh, you know, wait a minute, because the guy took his watch off and let Jay-Z look at it. And he's like, you know, oh, that's real nice. Then, you know, the guy was sort of like walking away, and then Jay-Z said, oh, I got something special here. I said, oh, what you got? He said, I got a one of one. He's like, you know, they're like, well, one of one, what is this? Well, Audemars, they actually made him a watch that was specifically made for him. It was only one of one ever made. So this guy actually just trumped him. So I'm not knocking any YouTubers out there because it might come across like that, because you like what you like. I don't care. Personally, it has no bearing on my life, what you like or what you don't like. But needless to say, if your collection consists of a couple of Rolexes, a JLC, and an IWC, and I walk in with my Richard Mille, my FP Journe, my Christopher Clary, or something like that, I can easily look down upon you and go, like the one comment left in the video, you know, peasants need to tell time. Now, I wouldn't do that because I'm not that type of person, because I believe everybody needs a starting place, and you grow with watches as you get into the hobby and you move up the ladder. But needless to say, somebody that's got these real high-end watches, these Jacob & Co's, which are beautiful, you know, $400,000 or $500,000 watch, and you're wearing just a Rolex on your wrist, you go, you know what, that's a straight shitter watch. So those of you out there, get off that kick of shitter. This is going to be my last video on this subject, but needless to say, depending upon what end of the spectrum you are on, people can look down upon you. You know, one time I had my little BMW. I thought it was a real nice car, and I was talking cars with this guy, and I didn't realize what he had, but you know, I was bigging up my car. Then the guy has a Rolls Royce. It's like, we're not even on the same page, man. We're not even in the same league. You're driving a Rolls Royce, I'm driving a BMW 530. Big whoop. Now, that was a nice car to me, but you know what? There's always somebody out there that's got something better than you, and depending upon how they want to look at it and look at you for having certain things, anybody can be looked down upon unless you're at the higher end of the spectrum. I was watching this one video about Paul Allen, one of the founders from Microsoft, and his yacht. Oh, this thing is massive. It's like a cruise ship for him individually. And you pull up in a 100-foot yacht, and he looks at you and goes, you know, we're not in the same league. They don't have to say it, but depending upon your budget, whatever it might be, don't bash these people just because there's always somebody that's got something better than you. Unless you're one of the 1%ers and you've got the best of everything, houses, cars, boats, stop it. Once again, it's your man StyleCon. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And as I like to say, this is a topic for discussion, so please leave a comment and I will check you out in the next video.